Hello.
Hi, I'm sorry I'm late. Started the exercise session late, so ended late. Here we are. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're about to move to Neshef HaErev. Okay, so he says at the top, very important note here, page 101. A lot of importance in halacha. The special attention, basic and deep dive, as they say nowadays. It's not just the time which you switch transit from day to night, transition from day to night. It's the boundary between one 24-hour day and the next one. Because of its special significance. The evening Neshef has a special, evening twilight has a special term, Bein HaShemoshos. Zman ze nechshav safek yom safek laila. It's in doubt if it's day or night, ach l'maaseh. Zeh zman b'mifnei atzmo. Pilot metim alav chumei yom v'chumei laila. We should mention the Shita of the Ritva and the Rogachover among the Achronim, that there is, and there are other ways, I think the Rav also has a way of putting it, that Bein HaShemoshos is like a Cheptzav Safek, it's a Din Safek, it's a Kava Mizgis. All these are terminology which mean to say that Bein HaShemoshos of nighttime is a compound. It's not a Safek, real Safek like any other Safek. We don't know what it is. It has elements of both. Okay, so that is a lumdus, which is very common in trying to understand Bein HaShemoshos. And that is what he's alluding to in the last sentence we just read. Okay, so there we have Perushim Shonim L'Bitui Bein HaShemoshos. Two different interpretations of the expression Bein HaShemoshos. One is Bein HaShemoshos Hazman Shemin Hayom Sheben Hayom Bein HaLayla. This is the night time between day and night. Bein HaShemoshos to Zman HaMa'avar. It's the time of transition. Ben Memshelet Hayom, the governance of the day. The Memshelet HaLayla, the governance of the night. We've alluded to that in the first brach of Mariv. How's it go? There's no Rosh Memshelah there. I'm just imagining it, huh?
I think you're imagining it.
Okay, I'm probably imagining it. Okay. So לפי זה יהיה פירוש בין השמשות, הזמן שבין הסתלקות השמש, time between the time the sun disappears, ולהופעת הכוכבים, so the time when the sun stars appear. שגם הם ידועים כשמשות. Oh, that's cute. I never thought of that before. That's a cute idea, you know? Take 61 years to find that out. Bein HaShemoshos is between the solar star and the other stars. That's very cute. Okay, I have enough pleasure for that. Perush Acher has much bein ha'alamat kufa shemesh min istalkut or shel shemesh. Okay, that's also cute, and I don't think either I thought of that one either, which is that it's the time between the body of the sun disappearing and the light of the sun disappearing. Okay, that's one interpretation of Bein HaShemoshos. Another interpretation of Bein HaShemoshos is Hazman sheben imama achat lashniya, the time between one date and the next date. אצלנו היהודים, כמו אצל עמים אחרים המונים את החודש על פי הירח, I guess there are other nations like this in earlier time, היממה מתחילה ומסתיימת, the day begins and ends עם שקיעת החמה, the setting of the sun, however we define that. לפי זה בין השמשות וזמן המעבר, זה then transition בין היממות, בין היממה היוצאת והיממה הנכנסת. Bein HaShemoshos, Bein HaYamim. This means between the days. Again, interesting interpretation. Shemesh equals Yom. Bein HaYom HaYotzei LaYom HaNichnas. Okay, very good. Meshech HaZman Shel Neshef HaErev Al Pi Halacha. Hakol Maskimim. Everybody agrees. Neshef HaBoker Kulo Shayach LaYom. This is true to a certain extent. That's not 100% true, because the halacha as we practice it is that you can daven Maariv even after Alos HaShachar, because it Maariv or say Shema. I think say Shema, because it still says Bijman Chiva. There's sometimes we can be able to say. I don't remember which is which. I think we didn't have Maariv. You know what, let's look it up quickly. I have a sefer here, somewhere nearby, right here. I haven't got a sefer on my desk from yesterday. That's something unrelated. Mindful of Maariv. So his favorite Isha Yisrael, and it was Tefillah. So Zman Kriyas Shel Arvis, Me'atorah is Zman Los HaShachar. So you could, it's only until Los HaShachar. So maybe I was wrong about this. Let's see, so Zman for Maariv. Here. So maybe I'm wrong. I guess. I thought we could dive. There's something we could dive in both. It doesn't seem to bring it down here. A second. Those my Kriya Shema. Whoever is my nose, I don't know so shattering. But when we go Drew, that you should do it before Chatzos. Before Chatzos. Before it's every Los Shachar. Oh, no, all right. You're supposed to read Shema before Chatzos. First Mishnah and Brachos, right? You call it cross out of Los Shachar. You read it to Los Shachar. After Los Shachar, Asul Lo Likrota in Birchotea. Obviously, you can say Shema anytime you want. So it's say Brachos. Ella, in Kenaya Nus, Kechole V'Chadome. So if you were onus, Sha'az Yochol Likrota Ad Neitzachama. Then you can read Kriya Shema of nighttime till Neitzachama, because it's still considered to be Zman Kriya Shema, so it's Zman Shchiva. El Shachar Alota Shachar Lo Yamar Birkat Hashkivenu, because Hashkivenu say before you're going to sleep, you're not going to sleep anymore. But you would say the other Birkat Kriya Shema, V'lachein Lo Yipol Shmon Esrei. Therefore, you shouldn't say Shmon Esrei, but the other Birkat Kriya Shema, the Ari Varavim, Oyev Amo Yisrael, and Gal Yisrael, those you can all say. Okay, so Shema, so as I say, it's not 100% correct, because there is, it's daytime. That's true, but still Zman Shchiva. At least B'diavad or Shas Adchak for Kriya Shema of Maariv. Okay.
Okay, where were you reading from?
There's a sefer called Isha Yisrael. I have a Hanichos Tefillah. And I was reading from, I can tell you what the reference is in Mishnah Berurah if you want.
Our audience at home might be curious.
What?
I said our audience at home.
Yes, they may be, that's true. Second. Okay. Okay, so when it says Agam became now to read brachos, that's Sharatzin saying Reish Lamed Hey, Sif Kon Lamed Zayin, the Kol Kriya Shema below brachos Yechol, the Avikid Korei B'Torah, obviously. El Kein Al Nus is Siman Reish Lamed Hey Sif Daled. Vuadin Shikor, you're drunk, you can read it after Los Shachar. very important. And
That
the Mishnah
happens a
said,
lot.
what?
Yeah,
Yes.
that happens a lot.
The Mishnah Berurah, Steve Kotlam says, I feel nishtaka achar she gives my kriyashma. Even came a shikr in the middle of the night. Lo chashiv mesid. Not considered to be deliberate. The Sarash of tells my kriyashma. He thought he would get sober again before the time. Okay, the Kaf HaChaim argues on that. The Shulchan Torah says that if you went to sleep and you slept until after Lot HaShachar by accident, you can read it till late Tzachama. Okay? And the Machne Yisrael, which is Chavetz Chaim Sefer and Hilchos Tzava, says the Chayal Amishmarto Shloya B'Efsharoto Likro Dalot HaShachar Yechol Likro Ad Neitz HaChama. Okay?
Good.
All right. So it's all basically in Simon and Simon, but it's interesting, Simon Reish Lamed Hey. But here, I remember saying this. The Aruch HaShulchan said in Sifil Test, Shekadav Sheet Pearl says you can damage Monesme after a lot. If you're allowed damage Monesme after a lot of Shachar. And the Mariel Diskin says he's not sure. And the sefer Travis Chuvas Hito Rut Tshuva, which is the Talmud Yehuda, was not sure, and he said he should daven as a tfilat nedava. In other words, you make it tonight. If it's time, if it's the right time, yes, I'm not tfilas nedava. So I'm not sure why he doesn't bring down in the text, right? Because I remember the Torah of Shulchan. So you give him down Shulchan, you should give him down Shmoneh, and at most you should just and like the Herds of Tshuva, you should make it tonight, make it tfilas nedava. Okay, so in that case, this is as I said, this is imprecise what he says here. According to, at its very least, it still considers to be Zman Shchiva, and according to some poskim, even enough of night to daven Mar b'di'evet. Okay, measures Manzal Pia Shitota Shinot Ushonot Hukis 72 out of 120 dakot lifnei as we thought, like we saw last week. Lumat Zot l'gabei Neshev ha'erev yeshna machloket atzuma. A huge machlekas. There's a broad rainbow. Shaldeot al tchilatan shebesofo shel sofan tchilato besofo shel zman bein hashmashot mi-18 dakot bifnei hashkia lefi shitat ha'yireim. The Reb Moshe Feinstein was machmir to makabel Shabbos at the time of lift pension of Lokos Neros, 18 minutes before Shkia, to fulfill the sheet of the Shearim. I don't know anybody else who's ever done it. But according to the Shearim, Bein HaShemoshos starts 18 minutes before Shkia. And that's why people, according to him, people should bench lift, because that's when Bein HaShemoshos starts. Again, I don't know anybody else who ever was mach like that. I think also Moshe is a chumrah. But 120 dakot achrei Shkia. Up to 100 minutes after Shkia, when one opinion we saw, and I mentioned the briskers are machmir like that, because she Rabbeinu Tam. Okay, so there being three opinions. Shitat ha'yireim, which, as I said, very few people are machmir on this, so therefore I wouldn't give it necessarily the same weight as the other two sheets is going to bring down. She's been a time 14 at 20 dakot lifnei hashkia for sunset. When the sun sets, that's definite nighttime. Okay, very much different than our Bein HaShemoshos. Shitat hagonim yuda gam b'shem shitat hagra. Hagra. And so this is hadel lefi shita zu naot misaviv l'sov zman haneshev ha'ezrachi. The opinions, and there are many opinions about when the Shitas Hagra should, and the Shitas Hagra should end from 4.8, I think, degrees all the way to 6 degrees beneath the horizon, if I recall correctly, more or less. Most poskim hold like they're going. Certainly, Eretz Yisrael, the overwhelming majority of poskim hold like the Gonim. It's a famous story. They say, I don't know if I probably said it over once before, but I'll say it over now again, just in case. that there was a gadol whose name has not been given to us by posterity, who died on Shabbos in Yerushalayim, and his widow asked the Rabbi Yosef Chaim Sonnenfeld that they should bury him after Rabbeinu Tam Shita. They should start the Achonis burial after Rabbeinu Tam Shita because he was makbid his whole life on Shitas Rabbeinu Tam, even in Eretz Yisrael. And Rabbi Yosef Chaim Sonnenfeld said no. And our minhag in Eretz Yisrael is not to be makar Rabbeinu Tam, and the minhag of Chebra Kadisha is not to be makar Rabbeinu Tam, and therefore we're not going to be makar Rabbeinu Tam even for your deceased husband. So that is the Shita in Eretz Yisrael, very, very widespread and definitive. Shitas Rabbeinu Tam, which is much more prevalent in Chutz La'aretz, which are, and the reason for that is because we live in more northerly latitudes where twilight does last longer, is the Pia Meshach Zman Neshev HaErev Hu Meshach Zman Neshev HaBoker. It's parallel the Neshev HaBoker, which is there for 72 to 120 minutes. Dakot. Hadel Lefi Shita Zu Not Misaviv LaNeshev HaAstronomy. This is evidently the difference between the Neshef HaEzrachi, the civil twilight, and the astronomical twilight. Okay. You want to stop here for today? Should we start the next section? Up to you.
This looks like it's going to get complicated, so
Yes, it will.
so we'll pick it up next week. Or
Okay, next week going to be in Jacksonville. So 2 weeks. Okay. Okay, shkoyach. This is very exciting. Take care. Have a good week.
have a good week. You too. Bye.